Today we're going to see Doctor Strange, and we're going to go get some food and stuff. It's been a long time since I've spent time with my family, so I'm really excited to see them. One of the problems with all of us being, well, I guess it's not a problem, but one of the things that comes with being a full-time working adult is that you don't get to see a lot of the people that you love. And I'm really lucky to be able to say that I have an extremely loving family, and you know, to have that privilege, because not a lot of people do. But it's really sad when we don't get to see each other. We used to be able to see each other all the time, and then the pandemic happened and stuff like that, so now we don't really get to see each other as often as we used to. So I'm really excited. We're celebrating a belated Mother's Day, and then we are celebrating my sister's birthday, which was yesterday, so we get to celebrate two of my favorite people, which again, very excited about. This is the first time I've worn contacts in a long time, so it's kind of disorienting, but I'm cool with it. So, yeah, but it's gonna be fun. I'm looking forward to it, and I'm hoping the movie's good. I keep hearing mixed stories about the movie, and some people say that it's good. Some people say that it wasn't as good, so we're gonna find out if it is good or not. I wanted to talk about some spooky things that have been happening to me lately, because you know, that happens a lot. Some are like kind of spooky, ghosty, and some of them are just like weirdly just... Have you ever had an experience where like you'll be talking about something, or you'll be thinking about something, and then all of a sudden it'll just appear in your life? So it's been happening to me a lot where like I'll be thinking about something like constantly, and then it'll suddenly like appear in my life. Or like I'll have a dream about something, and then something very similar to the dream will happen in real life. And that's why sometimes I think everything's a simulation. But also, like, I was, for example, this is kind of stupid, but for example, I was thinking about a movie called, it's Cadet Kelly. I'm sure a lot of millennials remember Cadet Kelly. It was a movie with Hilary Duff in it, that basically she's just a girl that's going to military school. And I was thinking about it, like, because like I don't really know why I was thinking about it, but I was. And then I went to a store called Entertain Mart to go see if I can find some Stray Kids, like the Ordinary CD, which I didn't, obviously, because it like wouldn't be there. But I went there, and I was walking past, and then this guy was like, "Do you guys have the Cadet Kelly movie?" And I was like, I stopped for a second and was listening to what he was saying to the girl that he was asking, because I was like, what the fuck? What are the odds that I've been thinking about Cadet Kelly all day, and then all of a sudden this guy that I happened to walk past asks about the movie? I don't know if that's spooky or just really coincidental, or like everything's connected, or somehow the government can hear my thoughts. I don't know, but it was really weird. And that happens to me a lot, actually. I'll have dreams, or I'll have like have thoughts, and then all of a sudden it'll be like something will happen out in the world. It's really weird. I have always thought that I'm very much connected to the energy of the just energy, and that I'm very that I'm an empath and that I'm connected to everything. I feel like I've been around a lot longer than this body has. I believe in reincarnation, and I do believe that I've been around a lot longer than, like, my soul's been around a lot longer, and I think that's why, like, I'm more connected to everything, and why I'm an empath is because I've been around for a long time. But I don't know, it's really, really weird. Has that ever happened to you where you'll be thinking about something constantly or something like that, and then all of a sudden it'll just appear in your life? That's another reason, again, like I said, that makes me think that everything is a simulation. Because I've been thinking about that more and more, because I have these things where sometimes it mostly happens when I get emotionally overloaded, but I'll start to feel like everything around me isn't real. I'll start to become acutely aware that I'm alive, that I'm a person, that I'm breathing, and then I'll start to feel convinced that I'm not real, none of this actually exists, I don't belong in my body. And there is a mental health thing that comes with that. I don't want to self-diagnose because I don't have the credentials, but also reading about the simulation conspiracy theory and everything, a lot of people who believe in that theory also have had similar experiences, and they think it's because you're starting to become aware of the simulation around you. And I think that's pretty crazy. Very interesting. And a little unsettling, because for me it's unsettling and uncomfortable, because I'll start to feel like I'm going to have anxiety because of it, because I just feel like I don't belong in my body, and it's very uncomfortable. But what do you think about that? Are you someone out there who believes in the simulation theory, or are you someone who thinks that's just absolutely crazy? I believe in it. Honestly, I'm not sure if I believe in it, because there are times where I do think it's just wacko, and then there are times where I think, I don't know, maybe, because, like, sometimes some things are just far too coincidental, like, and just way too, I don't know. Granted, I know the government is listening, so that's whatever. But yeah, and then other spooky things that have been happening in my life recently is I'm convinced that the optical place that I work at is haunted, because whenever I'm there, and it's mostly when I'm by myself, I took a little clip of it. There's like a short, but I took a little clip of it, and basically it always sounds like there's someone walking around. We have some wood flooring, and it sounds like there's someone walking around. But when I'm there by myself, it happens more often, right? And it will, things will fall off the walls, because our walls are covered in glasses, obviously. And things will just fall off the walls. Like, the glasses will just fall off the walls. And there's, like, nothing. So there's an empty building, us, and another empty building. So it's like, if there was another business next to us, and the glasses fell off the wall, I would think, oh, it's because, maybe they knocked something over on the other side and it just kind of shook the wall. But no, there's nothing there. So it's like, okay, what the hell is knocking over my stuff? And then there was one time where that happened, where a sign got knocked over, and there was a patient in the store picking up glasses. He's like, oh, I think you've got ghosts. And I was like, yeah. And then it happened again while he was there, and I think it freaked him out, because it was just like, someone literally just knocked something off of the wall. So, but the thing that makes me the most uncomfortable when I'm there by myself is that it sounds like there's someone, a man, breathing. Because we have the front of the store where it's like glasses, and we have our optician desk, and then further back into the building, you have the doctor's office, our pre-test rooms, and some other rooms, and then the bathroom. And it always sounds like there is a man near the doctor's office, just back there, and I can hear him breathing. It sounds like he's breathing and making groany noises. Like, not weird groany noises, but just like the sounds people make when they're moving around or moving stuff around. And it always sounds like he's walking around back there. And so, like, sometimes it's not that uncomfortable. Sometimes I'm cool with it. Sometimes I'm just like, yeah, there's someone back there. But then there are times where it makes me so uncomfortable that I have to close every single door back there. Because I get so freaked out. Like, I'll actually get up and I'll carry, like, scissors or a pocket knife, because part of me is like, is there someone back there? Did someone come into the building and not notice, and I didn't notice, and they're just hiding in one of the rooms? So I'll take, like, a pocket knife or a pair of scissors or something sharp with me, and I'll go and look around, and there's no one back there, and it makes me so, like, freaked out and uncomfortable. I'll shut every single door back there, because for me, it's like, if every door is closed, then I know there's no one back there. And if I go back there and one of those doors opens up, there's someone back there. And this happens every time I'm by myself. And I've asked my coworkers, like, does this happen to you? And they're like, no, not really. Or, like, I don't notice it. And I'm like, what the hell? Like, why is it that it's mostly happening to me? Like, why am I noticing it? And maybe it's because I'm acknowledging it, or I'm noticing it as something else. It could be because, like, they hear it but they're not acknowledging it, or maybe it's because I am an empath and I am more connected, so I can feel it. I'll even, like, when I hear it, I'm like, look, we're both here, we can coexist, everything's okay, just, you know, you're really distracting me, or you're making me nervous, you know, stuff like that. Just, like, kind of announcing myself. And I even, like, I say hello when I get there in the morning, and I even say goodbye, because I just, like, I don't know, I don't want to be disrespectful, but I do think that there's something there. I think there is definitely something there, someone there, and I think it's a man, because it feels like it is, and I can hear him, and it's not to the point where, like, I feel like I'm not safe there. It's just, like, that discomfort of, like, we live on two different we exist on two different planes, and so it makes my energy feel strange because you're on a different plane, and it's, like, a completely different vibration. So it just makes me feel weird. But it's not like I'm in danger discomfort. But I don't know. Like, I don't know what it is. Like, I've always thought that I was more connected, and I am an empath, so I feel things like that. But I don't know, it's really weird. And it's like everywhere I go, every job that I have, even if the building is relatively new, it doesn't matter. Something, like when I worked at the adult store, I also had the experience of hearing a man. Like, whenever I was at the store, the adult store, by myself, I'd always have this experience of hearing a man talking when I was in a different room, or seeing a male figure, sorry, my cat made me jump, or seeing a male figure out of the corner of my eye. And it always happens. Everywhere I go, every job that I have, I always have this experience where if I'm in another room and I know there's no one, like, there, I will hear, it sounds like a male talking or a male breathing. And I don't know. Maybe it's the location I'm at, or maybe I'm being followed around. Maybe I have some kind of an attachment or a connection, and they follow me everywhere I go. Or maybe I just have this energy that makes it so spirits want to follow me around. I don't know. And you know what? It doesn't really bother me. As long as we can coexist and it can be, like, copacetic and we can be respectful of each other, I don't really mind, honestly. It's when they make me feel uncomfortable, especially in my own space. If I'm here at home and something makes me feel, or someone makes me feel uncomfortable in my own space, then I'm like, I'm not okay with it, because this is my home. This is where I'm trying to be comfortable in my home. That's when I kind of draw the line. But if I'm at work, and as long as we're both respectful and like understanding of each other and we can coexist, I'm cool with it. Genuinely. I'm genuinely alright with it. So, I don't know. But does anybody else out there have these experiences where it's like they feel more connected to you, or like someone's following you around? Like, and I don't know. Like, I do think some people are more connected to everything than others, and I do think that some people can develop connections with that part of existence more than others. And I've always felt that I am within that realm, and my sister is also within that realm as well, and my mom is too. So I don't know. Maybe it's the Native American in my blood, or maybe it's just because I feel like I've been around for a long time. But I would love to hear anybody's opinion out there about, like, what they think, or I would love to hear, like, the stories. Like, if you have any stories of experiences that you've had like that, or you feel like maybe you have an attachment and you feel like you have a spirit connected to you, or an energy connected to you, or if you have those precog experiences where you'll have a dream about something or think about something and then all of a sudden it happens. And like, this has happened to me my entire life. It's not like this is a new thing for me where like I've never had experiences like this before. This has been a thing my entire life. And so I think that's why it doesn't make me as uncomfortable. I do get uncomfortable sometimes because, like, that just happens, but it doesn't make me as uncomfortable. So I think that's why I'm so attracted to spooky stuff. Oh, that was a mistake. That was a mistake! I need to get that off. I just tried to put glitter on my eyeball. And I shouldn't have, so I gotta get it off of there. But, and I've always been attracted to the spooky stuff. Always, like my entire life, it's always been a thing for me. I've always liked that spooky stuff that kind of really gets you feeling like you need to look around corners and that you don't want to be in a dark room. And I don't know why. I just always have been. It's just been part of my makeup, I guess, who I am. Now I have to put on these weird glitter flakes on the side. Okay, I'm just gonna trust the process and see if it works out, but yeah. And then also just to address, because I'm sure you saw that I have the Cremation Palette by Jeffree Star. I got this a long time ago, not too long after it came out, and I'm using it because I bought it and because I don't want to waste my money. And it does have a really good black color in it, but it's not necessarily because I support Jeffree Star. So just so you're aware, I used to, like a lot, I used to support Jeffree Star. But now I don't really know, and I don't agree with a lot of stuff, so just to put that out there because I'm sure people are gonna see it. I am basically done. I just have to like wait for this craziness to dry because I had it put up like that because I'm trying to cultivate, my hair is naturally wavy, so I'm trying to cultivate it as much as I can, but it's hard. But my dad is coming to get me, so I'm just gonna have to close this video out now. I lost my train of thought, so that's cool. But yeah, I know this video is kind of random and just kind of probably boring. I haven't talked about spooky things in a long time, or weird things like that in a long time, and I'm planning on doing another Ed and Lorraine Warren case thing again, and then doing a state urban legends and stuff like that. I've noticed that if I talk about spooky things too much, a lot of weird things happen in my life, where I'm sure a lot of people have this experience where they, like, I feel like if you talk about something a lot, it attracts it, because, like, the energy you put out can actually bring that energy back. And so when I was talking about spooky things, like, all of the time, I felt like I think I was attracting a lot of it, and so I kind of stopped. And so I want to start talking about it again. I just need to make sure I set my intentions and make sure that I, you know, try not to attract that energy. But yeah, so I'm gonna go. I'm gonna allow my hair to air dry as much as I can. I'm gonna put on the rest of my outfit, put on my shoes. Definitely need to clean up my bathroom after I'm done because it's a catastrophe. And yeah. Hello, just got back from seeing Doctor Strange and spending time with the family. If you have the opportunity to go see Doctor Strange, I would highly recommend it. It was actually very good. But I just wanted to pop in here and tell you about the song of the day, or song of the week. The song of the week this week is If I Didn't Have You by Banners. It's a really uplifting and cute song, and you should definitely give it a listen. It's in the description down below. So thank you for joining me in this video. If you liked it, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. If you have any thoughts, stories, comments, or whatever, please feel free to comment down below. Hit the bell notification and subscribe so you can be notified whenever I post a new video. And I hope that you have a wonderful day and a beautiful night wherever you are. And this is Kat signing off.